What is up there, guys? This is Cobrak. Do you hear that? The fucking town bells are ringing. The apocalypse is coming. Oh man, Focus Chaos has been nerfed down to a mere 100% increased case ball damage. It is now basically a passive Firestone. Right. This shit hasn't been announced yet in any hotfix patch notes. This is going to be very much a reactionary video. A video that hopefully begs some discussion from you guys. I want to see everybody's input on this. I am merely one warlock, you know. I've known about this change for around 10-15 minutes. I just finished my pizza. I'm ready to make a video just talking about this shit. What I think about it, whether I think it was a needed change or not, whether they could have gone about it a different way. So let's just get straight into it. While also adjusting the camera. Just a small amount. Alright, let's begin. So first of all, was this nerf to Focus Chaos, which, again, hasn't been included in any hotfix patch notes yet. We're probably going to have to wait until Tuesday or Wednesday for those hotfix patch notes to come through. Was this a required nerf? Focus Chaos started off at a 100% damage bonus. People were critting for 1.1 million, as high as 1.2 millions on the PTR. Fucking ridiculous, right? So they nerfed it at 150%. I don't think I've seen a single case bolt hit. Okay, maybe like 1 million. I think I've seen 1 million case bolts so far. Maybe I've just, I don't know, maybe I've just had a very small sample size. Maybe some of you guys have experienced much higher case bolts even with only the 150% increased damage. It really comes down to mastery rolls, right? Because the mastery for destruction is not only shit, but it's a bit of a problem as well. The mastery right here. Your spells deal a random amount of additional damage, up to 33% bonus damage in PvP, right? It's tuned to 33% bonus damage in PvP. Damage you take is reduced by X amount as well. So, in PvP, your case bolt, that's, let's say, would hit 700k normally. Its damage can be increased by 0 to 30%, or anything in between. You know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of, we're in this strange situation where if you get a low mastery roll and you roll like a 0 or like a 1% damage increase because of the mastery, Focus Chaos didn't seem that amazing. You might hit like a 580k Chaos Bolt, which, I mean, is that slightly lower than a Glacial Spike? Maybe that's around the same damage as Glacial Spike. But if you get a high mastery roll, it was fucking insane, and you'd be 1 millioning people. There's too many ings in there, but you get the point, right? I actually feel like the problem is with Destruction Mastery in PvP. And not with Focus Chaos itself. Focus Chaos now is very comparable to Firestone, as we've already said. Case bolt damage being increased by 100% with Focus Chaos. Firestone, restore 2 soul shards and increase your spell crit by 100% for 7 seconds. 45-second cooldown. So, some people are saying, oh well, Focus Chaos is basically now just a worse Firestone. I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like having a passive, constant Firestone that only affects Chaos Bolt is probably a little bit strong, which is basically what Focus Chaos, right? Focus Chaos is. Focus Chaos is now pretty much a permanent Firestone that only impacts your Chaos Bolt, right? I actually think that's a little bit better than Firestone still. Firestone's biggest drawback is its cooldown, and that if you're just stun locked or you just get line of sight or too much during the Firestone during Firestone's 7-second uptime, then you have to wait 45 seconds to become useful again. Right, you basically do nothing while Firestone's on cooldown. Focus Chaos at least gives you reasonably chunky Chaos Bolts. Constantly. Constantly, right? Which is okay. I mean, it's not going to be like the 800k, 900k Chaos Bolts that we've been seeing with cooldowns up and stuff like that, but with high mastery rolls, Focus Chaos could still be decent, and it just gives you that constant sense of being a threat to the enemy team, right? And we're going to get to that in a little bit, because I'm quite curious to see whether you guys agree with my upcoming point of view or not. Might be a little bit controversial. I don't mean to offend anybody when I get to that shit, but I'm still interested to see what you guys think about that, you know? Is Focus Chaos actually better than Firestone, having the constant threat of decent-sized Chaos Bolts? Before we get to the controversial bit and more my feelings on the change, I do want to point out that, let me check my notes because I forgot. Oh yeah, I think that a better nerf to Focus Chaos would be to just leave it a 150% increased damage. But when you select Focus Chaos, your Mastery no longer affects Chaos Bolt. I mean, another change you could do would be if you pick Focus Chaos. Chaos Bolt has, I don't know, a 2 or 3 second cooldown. So you can't just back-to-back cast like a couple of Chaos Bolts, like 2 or 3 Chaos Bolts, or one after the other. You actually have to wait a few seconds in between. That would be another pretty reasonable nerf. Some of these nerfs might make it even less viable than this, but I'm just throwing ideas out here. I think that honestly, just muting Mastery on Chaos Bolts as soon as you pick up Focus Chaos would have been fine. Because then the variance wouldn't have been so huge. You wouldn't be hitting 600k 1 second. And then, you know, critting upwards of like 1 million plus, you know, on the next Chaos Bolt. I don't know, what changes do you guys think would have been a little bit more suitable than this? Because it's debatable now whether this is actually going to be played at all, right? Cremation is a fantastic fucking talent. I haven't even been playing with Focus Chaos. I've been playing the Shadowmane spec with Cremation, and I've been having a fucking whale of a time. In 3v3s, we're pushing 2200 right now, which, that's a decent rating, right? We haven't lost to a single Warlock, a single Destruction Warlock that's been playing Focus Chaos. We haven't even run into any of the Warlocks who've been running Cremation and Shadowmane spec in this patch so far. And we've just beat them all. It wasn't hard at all. I mean, you just reflect the Chaos Bolts, you line of sight the Chaos Bolts, you just kind of avoid the damage. So that's why I'm not so upset about this change, because I feel like the Cremation spec is just as good, if not better, than the Chaos Bolt spec for a number of reasons, but that's not what this video is about. But I sort of alluded to my next point there, Was this change really necessary so quickly? For me, I sort of feel like, now this is the bit that some people might disagree with, feel free to disagree with this, maybe you do agree. Share your thoughts down below. Okay, so Chaos Bolt hit extremely hard in Mists of Pandaria, right? If you let a Warlock pop Dark Soul and get off 2 Chaos Bolts, followed by, you know, a couple of Conflagrates, or a Shadowburn, you were just dead, right? Chaos Bolt arguably hit just as hard in Legion with 150% bonus damage on Focus Chaos, as it did in Mists of Pandaria, when Chaos Bolt's really strong. Or even Warlords of Draenor. Warlords of Draenor Chaos Bolt hit pretty hard towards the end as well, you know? I sort of can't help but feel like Blizzard just didn't give the other classes out there, the healers, the rogues, the warriors, the mages. I feel like Blizzard didn't give the other classes in the game enough time to adapt to playing against Destruction Warlocks that are actually scary again. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys agree with that? I feel like I mean, how long has this shit been live? It's barely been live at all. Has it been like 4 days? 5 days? Yeah, that's the point I'm gonna make. I don't think that Blizzard give people anywhere near enough time to actually just get used to playing against Focus Chaos, you know, Chaos Bolt spam Warlocks again. Because honestly, like I say, I've been destroying Chaos Bolt Warlocks with Cremation. And maybe that's because I've got Nether Ward and I can reflect the Chaos Bolts. I have that extra barrier to play up against Chaos Bolt Warlocks, and maybe I just know the class a little bit more because I've been playing Destruction for so long. So I was kind of prepared for this shit, but everybody else, I feel like they nerfed this shit too quickly. Like, I'm not defending it just because I'm a Warlock, alright? I'm really not. Like I say, I've been playing the shit out of the Shadowburn and Cremation spec, as you guys have seen from the videos going up over the past week. We've played barely any Focus Chaos Warlock stuff, you know, on the channel over the past week. I just genuinely think that this nerf is kind of shat all over the talent, maybe a little bit too much. I don't think they give the player base enough time to adapt, and if they still wanted to nerf it after a couple more weeks of just of letting it run rampant on the live servers and seeing how other players, you know, learn to grow and learn to respond, I just think they could have nerfed it in a much more gentle way. They could have nerfed it to 125% bonus damage, even just something as simple as that. Nerfing it down to 100%? I don't know, man. I don't know. Seems a little bit crazy to me. They should have just muted the Mastery with Focus Chaos. Chaos Bolt damage is increased by 150%, but no longer strikes... Wait, what? Has it been increased back to 150%? My eyes playing fucking tricks on me right now? Was this a mistake? Was this a typo? Did this... like, what... I'm so fucking confused right now. I gotta go back and check the clip and make sure that when I'm mouse overing this, it's reading 100%. Okay, so I just checked back. Definitely. At the start of this video, that tooltip read 100%. Okay? And there's already threads up on the forums of people complaining about this shit. So I thought, you know, I've got to make a video on it as quick as possible. I'm still going to upload this under the pretense that they accidentally updated the tooltip. Maybe they accidentally updated the tooltip and the hotfix hasn't actually come into play yet or something. And this is a hotfix that's coming up on Wednesday. This change might still be going through. It seemed very random that this would just happen. Maybe this is an upcoming change and we've just become privy to it because the hotfix was... I don't fucking know what's happening. I'm so confused right now. If this talent does get nerfed, then this video still stands, okay? Then this video still stands. I gotta upload it because it's a very interesting topic and I kind of feel like a nerf is incoming. This is seriously fucking confused me though right now. Fuck this. Alright. Discuss away, guys. This change may or may not be coming into effect on the Wednesday coming up. We're just gonna have to wait and see now. I'm kinda scared. I suddenly feel very uncertain, you know what I mean? I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore. Thanks for watching, everybody. Discuss away. I'm gonna catch all you guys just a belated tad bit later. Fuck. Remember, you can support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and checking out our Patreon page, which is always linked below in the description. So cheers again, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Jesus Christ! What even happened to like half my hope there, dude? That could have felt flat in his face, but you know.